Welcome, comic lovers. Old comic guy back at you with another comic haul. This one is actually from Bookman's in Flagstaff. So I was up in Flagstaff, going to the Bookman's, and I figure I'm going to spend some of my credit. Um, I mentioned I go to yard sales all the time and antique stores, and oftentimes I'll pick up used books, especially if they're dirt cheap. I do this at Goodwill, all sorts of other places, and then I take them to Bookman's, trade them in, and then I use that credit for my hobby, which is comics. Not that I don't keep some books. I obviously do keep some books. I'm an avid reader, so I do have some books, but I don't keep as many as I get. So, let's see if I can get this a little bit closer. All right. So here's what I got. So we'll go through it. Some of these aren't as old as I would have thought. So this is Captain Marvel, number 21 from 2020. L'Oreal. It's like, Lori and then with the dash and the ELL, like we're not stealing from Superman here, becomes an accuser. This is the variant Chris Bacalo spoiler cover. Kelly Thompson's the writer, Corey Smith's the art, and this is part 4 of Empire Accused from back in 2020. And then I picked up Guardians of the Galaxy number 15. This is volume 6. Dormammu consumes Ego, who's a living planet. The writers Al Ewing, Juan Frigeri is the art. Brett Booth did the cover, which I liked. There's 5 different covers, and this is kind of part of the cover age. I don't know exactly when it began. We had the Golden Age, we had Platinum Age, that's actually pre-Golden Age, and then there's Golden Age, and then, silver, copper, or silver, bronze, copper, but we actually are in the cover age. Like, there's so many different covers of tons of comics. This is Just Society All Stars. This is number 5 of the 8-issue limited series that ran in 2003. Howard Chaykin, David Gower, and Jeff Johns are the writers. The art's Howard Chaykin, Adam DeCrocker, and Pentris Rollins. Covers John Cassidy. It has both Hourmans, Rick Tyler and Rex Tyler in 2 stories. So I love my Golden Age guys. This is JSA number 84 from 2006. Paul Levitz is the writer. Rags Morales and Luke Ross are the art. And the cover is George Perez, which, of course, who doesn't love George Perez? This is number 84. One of the things about Bookman's is you're not going to find a gem mint, but you can find some very fine books. Very good. This is Star Hunters, number 6. David Michelini wrote this in 1978. The art, both on the cover and inside, is Rich Buckler and Bob Layton, and then Joe Orlando is the editor of these. It's pretty cool. I understand that Neil Adams actually designed, at least that's what I've heard, the logo for Star Hunters. Cobra. So this is number 7. This is the last issue. It ran, this one, it was in 1977. It ran from 76, 77. So Martin Pasco is the writer of this, and if you don't know who that is, he created a ton of other characters. He created Atomic Skull, Master Jailer, Metallo, the Second Secret Six, and was a writer for, years later, was a writer for Batman the Animated Series. So the art's by Mike Nazer or Netzer. I'm not sure which one's actually his real name. And he did the cover. Joe Rubenstein is the inker. Paul Levitz was the editor. The characters created by Martin Pasco, Steve Sherman, Jack Kirby, and Pablo Marcos is given credit. In the 70s, the Joker, Cobra, Man-Bat, and the Secret Society of Supervillains all had their own series. Story for number 8. So this ends in the middle. Like, it's not over when the series ends. So the story that was going to be for number 8 was actually in the first DC Special Series number 1, which was later on this year. So they did use it. So Jason Burr is actually the brother of Cobra, and anytime he gets hurt, Cobra feels it, and vice versa. So, yeah. Some Convergence. So this one is actually Convergence, number 3. Jeff King wrote it. Steven Segovia is the art. Covers Tony Daniel. This is number 3. And then this is number 2, Justice League, with the Detroit Justice League on the cover. I should mention this is Nightwing and Flamebird, the Candor heroes that obviously Dick takes his name from. And then this is the what's commonly called the Detroit Justice League. This written by Fabian Nicieza, and the arts and cover are both Chris Cross. So pretty cool. Picked up some Legion. This is the 2001-2004 series, number 17. Like I don't even know the number scheme anymore. What does this make this? Like, whatever. Of just being called Legion, not Legion Superheroes. I still think this is like the 4th or 5th series of that. The writers, Daniel Abnett and Andy Lanning, and then the arts, Alejandro Buenvivo and Andy Lanning. Covers, Kev Walker. And then I did pick up some Legion of Superheroes. This is volume 6. Series only ran through 16 issues. This is back in 2010, 2011. Writers Paul Levitz. Art is Gilles Sinar and Wayne Faucher, and they did the cover also. And then some Legion Lost. So this is the second series of it. This is part of the New 52 from 2012. I have number 3 here. This is Fabian Nicieza. Back a little bit. There we go. And Pete Woods did the art and the cover. And then we have number 8 of that series, which is Tom DeFalco, Aaron Cooter for the art. Cover on this one is Pete Woods. They're part of the Culling story arc, and I got number 8 and number 9. Number 9, Pete Woods does the interior art. Tom DeFalco is still the writer, and then Pete Woods did the cover, and it's continuing that story arc. And then in the New 52, they brought back Amethyst as part of a Sword and Sorcery, Volume 2. This ran only, I'm not sure, it didn't go very far. 2012, 2013. Number 2. Well, so Amethyst is the main story. Beowulf and Stalker are backup stories, which kind of is reminiscent of the original stuff. Let's see. So the main writer is Christy Marks, and the art is Aaron Lepresti. The Beowulf writer was Tony Bedard and Jesus Saez. The Stalker writer was Mark Andrecco and Andre Bresson. This is number 2. And I have number 3. And number 4. It was canceled with number 8. Covers 2, 3, So not this one, not this one. So 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are Aaron Lopresti on the cover. Eclipso is the main villain. This particular cover, though, is Walter Simonson. I think we can recognize his hand in this for sure. And then here's number 5. And number 6. And number 7. And number 8. So pretty awesome little comic haul. Again, this was the Bookman's up in Flagstaff. Pretty hefty haul. Didn't really cost me anything because I used store credit on everything. So that's pretty cool. Time, I guess, getting the books. But I never really figure out how much that time is worth. I just happen to be in there and pick them up. That's all for now. We'll be coming back with another comic haul shortly. So you guys take care of each other. Have a wonderful day.